My favorite is SAMARA. It's the SAMARA 2, the second version of our utility module. We've added quite a lot of features, so now it's like SAMARA on steroids. It's really useful. It's a 4-channel utility module. Previously, these two knobs you could use as an offset. These switches, you added a 5-volt offset, so you could turn a bipolar signal into a unipolar signal. But now we've added another option to use it as a -5-volt offset, so you can turn a unipolar signal into a bipolar signal. So it works both ways. And most of all, we've added 4 additional modes. The first one is MM2. You switch between them with this small button. MM2, it's a min-max, just like earlier, but only for the first 2 channels. Because previously, if you used, for example, only unipolar signals and added something with a 0, the minimum output would only output 0, so it was not useful. Now you can use these two for mixing, inverting, or anything else you could do with the SAMARA. But the first channels are, compared, and you've got the minimum and maximum values here. The second mode is very interesting. It's called clamp. By the way, everything is labeled clearly on the panel, what does what. So in the clamp mode, you use these 2 knobs to set boundaries for the output signal, and you mix 2, 3, 4 waveforms, and according to these knobs adjust the range of clipping. So the waveform that outputs here and here, this is the lower extreme, and this is the higher extreme. It's pretty neat. You have to draw it or imagine or see it on an oscilloscope to really grasp it. But it's another way of shaping the waveform. The third mode is scan. So it's basically a 3-channel switch. You input a trigger signal on the first channel and switch to the outputs of the next 3 channels. One output gives you switching in a pendulum motion, and the other one in a circular motion. So you've got, again, more variety. And the last one is double sample and hold. So the first and the third inputs work as triggers, and the second and the fourth work as you input this. No, the other way around. I'm sorry. The second and the fourth one, you input a trigger, and the first and the third are the waveforms that are sampled and held. Then again, the first goes out of this output, and the second of these outputs, because these 2 outputs are the functional outputs for the modes. And in the main mode of SAMARA, you've got the minimum and maximum here. So this is the second module.